Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us off air here on our little podcast that we've created. I'm Jason Hackett. I believe that's Alicia Lewis.
Hello.
Happy Doomsday, everybody. I'm still geeked up by the trailer.
Oh.
That's all I want to talk about. I would spend the next 12 minutes talking about that Avengers Doomsday trailer that was released, and I'm not going to do that because that would make you sad.
I don't know if it would make me sad per se, but bored?
Uninterested?
Uninterested. But by all means, anything stand out to you that you want to touch on?
It's just, it's...
Name like 3 actors in it.
Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, Robert Downey
All the
Jr.
Chris's?
All the Chris's are in it. Every single Chris that's ever existed. Pedro Pascal.
Robert Downey Jr., is he Iron Man or the other guy he plays
he's playing Doctor Doom.
That's weird. You can't be one Marvel character and then become another.
Well, they're going to explain it in a way, which I'm curious to see
Is
how...
it multiversy?
It's probably multiversy. Like, I couldn't even begin to guess how they're going to explain the fact that, spoiler alert, Iron Man died in Avengers Endgame.
Oh, he did?
Oops. Yeah.
I've not caught
You've
up.
never seen any of the movies?
No, that's how... No, I haven't actually. I think I've seen bits and pieces.
Well, it's been out for, Endgame came out in like 2019, so it's been like 7 years.
It's fine.
Yeah, I can spoil it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the movie, Iron Man gets the Infinity Gauntlet, snaps his fingers, and kills Thanos and his entire army.
Okay.
Because Thanos was about to snap
Snapping
existence.
fingers is bad in the Avengers
snapping
world.
is bad because he had all the Infinity Stones and whatever. So Iron Man sacrificed himself.
Is an Infinity Stone like a Horcrux?
That's very good nerd context. I
Is
appreciate that? No, it's they're these all-powerful gems that are certain elements that, like, when a person has all of them, they can control.
Oh, and Thanos
the
had them
universe.
all.
And he had all of them. And in the first movie, Infinity War, he used the Infinity Stones to snap half of life out of existence.
Why
because
did he do that?
He was all about preserving resources. He was like, the universe is overrun. We need to get rid of half the population of the universe in order to balance things out. Thanos is all about balance, so he wanted to balance the universe. So he snapped half of existence away and got rid of it, and his hope was to balance the universe. But by snapping half of existence out, he snapped away a lot of the Avengers. And Spider-Man and like Black Panther, they all disappeared. So the remaining Avengers went on a mission to restore those people and bring them back.
Oh.
That was I just explained the entire plot of Avengers Infinity War. So Endgame.
So Iron Man died.
Iron Man died. So in Endgame, they did this whole time travel thing and went and retrieved stones to make their own Infinity Gauntlet so they could snap all the people that disappeared back into existence.
So anyone can just go find stones and have an Infinity Gauntlet?
You have to and you have to have the power to be able to wield it, because snapping it causes great damage to your body. It killed Iron Man.
A lot, right?
Yes. This is exactly how Tony did it. He was like, "Girl," everybody came back.
Okay.
No, so that's why I'm so excited. It's been a few years since the last Avengers movie, and this one, like I said, involves Robert Downey Jr., the Fantastic Four, the X-Men are coming back.
Is that the wolf guy?
Wolverine, Cyclops, Professor X. That's Spider-Man. I don't know what you're doing.
Sorry, I was doing the claws for the X-Man.
Oh, the skin. Yeah.
Okay, so he's there.
I'm assuming he's going to be in this movie. They haven't shown him in the
If I
trailers
was an
yet.
actor and I got into Marvel, if I got into that realm, you're good.
Marvel has had a bit of a drop-off lately. Like, their movies aren't doing as well as they used to. I mean, back in the day, you release a Marvel movie, it's a guaranteed almost $1 billion every single time. But that hasn't happened since the last Spider-Man movie, which Spider-Man's guaranteed to make $1 billion every time you release it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Are you more excited for the new Spider-Man movie?
I'm really excited for the Spider-Man movie.
Which one?
They
are in their own element?
Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, so
okay.
I've always identified with Spider-Man because he's, this young kid that had this secret that he couldn't let out, and I also was a young kid that had a secret I couldn't let out. You know what that secret is?
You're Spider-Man.
Yes, I am Spider-Man, and I'm also gay.
What?
So I just closely identified with that. He had just normal kid problems, and he had this secret that he couldn't tell anybody. And so I've always loved Spider-Man. So I'm probably more excited for Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
good.
That concludes the nerd session.
Wow.
Of the
Took half the time. You're like Thanos and just taking half the time of
snapped away half the time.
I learned. You know what? I learned a lot. Thank you for educating me on the Avengers universe.
Now will you go watch the movie?
I'll watch. I think I would need to catch up on a few.
Okay. Yeah, there's like...
Because I would bug you at the theater and be like, what's this guy doing?
There's like 18 movies leading up to Infinity War and Endgame, and you have to watch all of them because they all tie.
How much of my life is going to be lost?
Just hours. Just
like
hours
a day?
on the couch.
Is it like a day or two worth?
Probably more than that. There's probably a few movies you can kind of skip and read the Wikipedia article, but there are a lot of the movies that you have to watch in order to be informed on what's going on. Wow. Yeah. Anyway.
I was trying to talk you into go seeing... Oh my God, why can't I... Odyssey.
Oh, the Odyssey.
I don't know.
What are you going to say? Hercules. I don't know.
The
Xena Warrior Princess.
Oh my God, Xena. Remember? Oh, that was my jam growing up. I loved Xena Warrior Princess.
Lucy Lawless. God. I don't know what she's doing right now, but shout out to you, girl. You were amazing.
Yes. Yes, women empowerment. I don't have any movies I really want to go see. 3 hours of my time is like a lot.
It's getting good reviews.
When I have small humans at home and sleep is priority for me.
It's a lot of time to dedicate. I heard it's a 3 hours that moves very quickly. So it's not like you're sitting there and like, oh my goodness, when is this movie ending? Looking at your watch.
I like the resurgence of movies, though. Don't you think more people are like, let's go to the movies? More young people are putting their phones down and embracing going to the theater.
Well, it was kind of killed during the panorama. We never thought that movies were going to come back. The pandemic. I call it random things. I never call it the pandemic.
Because we said it so many times.
The Ponderosa, the Panorama, the Panda Express, the Parallelogram.
I'm sure all these companies and places enjoy just being related to that.
Anything except the pandemic. What a terrible time that was. But movies were dying, obviously, during that time. And we wondered if movies were ever make a comeback. And I feel like they are. But I feel like a lot of the movies that are finding the major success are not necessarily like the big franchises because the other day...
Obsession.
Yeah, it's the small art house movies, the Obsession, Backrooms, which I still haven't seen. These small movies that are just doing big business.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
It looks like horror movies especially are like the ones. And
I would love to see Obsession. Okay, how about we make a deal? I'll go see Doomsday Prep. And you come to Obsession with me.
It's Avengers Doomsday, but it's fine.
I was close.
Deal? I read a synopsis of the movie. There's a couple of I don't do violence well, and I read there's a couple of like really gnarly scenes in there.
Well, then just shut your eyes.
Okay. Some of them are unexpected, so I don't know. I don't know. Okay, fine. If it means you watching an Avengers movie, then I'll do it.
There's graphic scenes in Avengers movies.
No, they're not. Nothing like what I read online with...
Like gory?
Yeah,
I don't like
really
gory
stuff.
I don't love gory either, but I do love spooky, like psychological thrillers.
I love spooky. I love thrillers. I love things that are going to like get me jumping out of my seat. I don't want to see torture. They call it torture porn. Like somebody, being brutally killed.
Like those Saw movies. I never could. I was like, I love scary movies, and they were scary. I watched the first one. I'm like, this is nuts. But it was so graphic. I couldn't.
The first one was graphic? I thought the first one was more psychological.
No, he cuts off his own leg. It's pretty darn graphic. I think.
But I feel like the other Saw movies after that were just like from beginning to end. I remember watching one. I think it was like Saw 3 or Saw 4. And from the very jump of the movie, it was just somebody being brutally murdered. Tortured. And I almost threw up and I had to stop. Like I haven't seen any since.
Okay.
Yeah. But Obsession is not that the entire time.
Right. I thought it was just about a guy who had a crush on a girl. And
but it has a couple of gross scenes, so just prepare for that. But I'll watch it. If that means you watching Avengers Endgame or Avengers Doomsday, then I'll do it.
All right.
And then you'll also go to SummerSlam, right? In a couple weeks.
I'm sick that day. I feel something coming on.
It's 2 weeks in advance. You just feel something.
It's happening right now. I got the Cyclospora.
That whole
lasts
thing is
weeks. Okay,
crazy.
Did you see? Is it Taylor Farms?
Taylor Farms.
Taylor Farms put out a statement, and it was like FDA got it wrong or whatever. I was like, which I mean, if that's your company, and they're like, hey, your lettuce is sickening people, but then they found out it was a false positive.
Yeah, how does that happen?
They still pulled the shredded lettuce off the shelves, but they were like, wait, it's not us.
Washing our hands of it.
It's not
with extra soap. Just washing our hands of it.
C-D-E-F-G.
Are you like me right now, where I'm just avoiding vegetables?
No,
It gives me an excuse not to eat my vegetables.
I'm just not buying shredded lettuce.
Okay.
But I am still getting vegetables.
Every time.
And you're like, perfect. I don't eat my veggies.
Yeah, I don't eat vegetables. I used to love the salad bar at Lunds and Barley's. I used to hit it up all the time, and now not to I don't want to throw Lunds and Barleys out there or any salad bar out there.
You're
but
just
I'm
a little more cautious.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more cautious. Like, I don't know what's going to happen if I eat this salad, this lettuce. I don't know. I'm scared.
It's always salad.
Yeah.
I feel like when we see these stories of like people getting sick, knock on wood, we're good. Minnesota doesn't have any crazy numbers, but it's also good to be mindful of washing your fruits and veggies.
Which I thought that was a thing that we were supposed to be doing anyway.
Well, so even just like rinsing things off, I thought it was going to be like a pool outbreak because people can get sick from the pool, and this thing lives within chlorine too, so it's like not chlorine safe.
Yeah, it could live.
Could spread through that. Yeah, I didn't realize we'd be saying explosive diarrhea so many times on the news. And apologies to anyone who's gone through that because I'm sure it's not fun.
Oh, it sounds terrible. Like people are in the hospital
but
for
what's
a
wild
while.
Is, over the weekend, it's what people are talking about.
Yeah.
Like, have you heard of this lettuce outbreak? And everyone's getting sick. And I'm like, yeah. Oh, yes, I've heard.
When you're engrossed in the news 24/7, it seems like we find out about things more quicker than other people in the outside world find out about
and we
things.
do it for like 4 hours a day, so we're pretty sucked into it. And it's funny, I'll talk to my mom on the phone after a shift, and she's like, "Did you see on the news this morning?" She's telling me like I wasn't the one that read it to her on the news. It's so bizarre.
And you're like, I am the news.
Listen here,
lady, I am the news.
It's like, yes, I've seen it, I guess.
It is scary, and I hope that we get it under control soon. Poor Taylor Farms, though. Like, yeah,
Taylor Farms.
Taco Bell is still liable, right? They're still.
Well, that I thought people just normally. It's like really unfortunate that Taco Bell is getting the flack for this. Too.
Yeah, but I mean, also it's Taco Bell.
But really. It's the supply. Like there's always someone to blame, right? They can be like, "Well, it wasn't us; it was them."
Yeah, no,
it was them. See,
it was that small farm down there on the countryside. See,
don't come after us.
Taco Bell's they're never sponsoring the show, even though I do love their Cantina chalupas. Are fantastic.
I love chalupas.
There's no lettuce on those, so the Cantina chalupas.
The Crunchwrap Supreme.
Crunchwrap Supreme. That's a good one. Mm-hmm.
Back during the pandemic, or panorama that you call it, I did all my care in the kitchens from my house because I worked from home.
I thought you were saying you did all from Taco Bell.
Yep. No, and I made a Crunchwrap Supreme. You can make it yourself at home. So
was it the same, though?
Oh, it was good.
Okay.
It was almost better.
Okay.
I mean,
believe you.
Fast food is fast food, so it has this like category of like this tastes like it's wrong. It's naughty. Mm-hmm. I'm doing something naughty right now. When you make it from scratch, you feel it's a little healthier because you know what you put into it.
Right. That's how I feel whenever I make like a Chipotle bowl from home. I probably end up putting more horrible things in it, but it feels healthier.
It is healthier. Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully you don't get the cyclospora.
And same to you.
And as to you.
Bye, everybody.